fuck are you? Why is your phone ringing?
It's not.
It is.
It's just a stupid car. All right, well, let's get into it. Hey, everybody, welcome back to the channel.
Damn, I do hear that echo now.
See?
Hey guys, welcome back to Problematic. You know what? For the last few weeks, I was just like, I don't think we're ever gonna come back. Like, we almost took like a month
It hasn't
off.
even been the last few weeks, you dumb slut.
It's been like almost a month. The last time we recorded was March 31st. What are you talking about?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. I was just like, I'm like, shit, let me go get an application at the Burger King. Let me, like, I'm out of a job.
Makes sense.
But Sam's back, y'all, after she canceled on me without telling me.
So, I hear your life is in shambles. Talk to Dr. Sam.
My life is in shambles, guys. Like, I've been going through it. By the way, I just got back from Coachella. Thank you, guys. Coachella. Just got from Coachella.
How was it?
It was actually an experience. It was an experience because I experienced in my garage. I watched it on YouTube.
You're so stupid.
But I was just like, oh, I was watching the performances. I was watching Addison Rae. I was watching the XX. I was watching Justin Bieber. Going on YouTube, just playing videos. It was a
Oh my
moment.
God.
It was a moment. Hey, by the way, since first of all, can we just talk about
Your life?
no, about the podcast real quick?
Yeah.
It is April, right? And you know where I'm going with this. It's April, right?
Oh,
And there you are in your car, eating your life away, eating Taco Bell. Well, good thing it's back up
it's
this
a
time.
salad, bitch.
You're eating a fucking salad from Taco Bell.
Yeah.
You are not eating a fucking salad. You are not eating a salad.
It's a taco salad.
So it's everything that is on the taco but in salad form.
Basically.
Bitch, it's the same shit as a fucking taco. What do you mean?
No, it's not.
Then why is it so crunchy? Why is it crunching over there? Why are you?
Ooh, ooh.
It's crunchy. I mean, you had the shell, right? The shell is the
Mm-mm.
toppings. But anyway, Sam, I'm not here to fat shame you. Life is doing that itself. But it is April,
Mm.
and you're over there enjoying your taco salad from Taco Bell, and I'm over here enjoying my granola bar and an orange. Why? What the fuck? Oh, by the way, I'm starting too fast again,
I know all the viewers right now are saying in their head, like, yeah, right.
bro. I'm acting. Look at like this crunchy. Look, look.
The only fasting he's doing is fasting food in his mouth.
First of all, bitch, that makes no sense at all. I'm gonna go off this.
Yes, it does.
I don't.
Okay, Mr. Life in Shambles.
No,
What happened?
no, no, I'm just being dramatic. I like to be dramatic. No, life has been lifing. I've been working. Um, I've been enjoying life.
No sugar daddies, huh?
What, man?
No sugar daddies, huh?
No, I really need one though. Life would be.
Why can't there be sugar daddies that don't require sugar?
I don't mind giving the sugar. I don't care. I
That's
just.
you're a whore.
But we knew this though. Like, come on. It's like, oh, but I do want to say though. Okay, cool. I know this podcast is all over the place right now. I do have somebody who came back to my life that I've used to talk to a lot, like in the last few years, and he's back.
I forgot you texted me and you were bringing it up.
Oh, you read my messages because you never reply to my messages. All you do is like, and that's it. I'm like, I need a.
I wanted to wait until the podcast to talk
Oh,
about
now
it.
you want to wait. Oh, now you want to wait. Oh, now you care about
For
my name.
our viewers,
But
we owe it to them to tell them the tea.
I told him I'm not gonna say his real name. I'm gonna protect your identity. You know. Um. So his name is Richard.
Oh, what's gonna be his real name?
So Richard and I,
Hi,
um,
Richard.
we, you know what? What's crazy? Me and him, we used to like, we known each other since 2007.
Oh my god.
2007, because back in that day, that era, like I was like online dating somebody, and then he,
Really?
yeah, but I never seen him. Actually, I haven't seen Richard in person like until like maybe 10 years later in person. But back in that day, like I was like, you know how you're young and you're dating people like from around the world. Never seen them.
No, but go
Oh,
on.
my fault. I was dating somebody um that I've never seen, and but then like I guess we broke up, whatever, sad time. And then Richard started dating him, and
What?
that's how I know. Yeah, but they went to the same school. Um, you know, so that's how they know each other. Um,
Oh my god.
I know, right? So, and don't worry, guys, we were all of age. We were all the same age. No, yeah, no, 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 no. Yeah, I know. On the MySpace, I think we did meet on MySpace, Loki. Um, shout out MySpace, my type A.
I miss my state.
I know that top eight was brutal. We were.
I swear.
If I was not on your top, then I'm sorry, you can't be friends. But anyways, that's how. Yeah, so we were all of age. I was a little bit older, I want to say, because it was 2007, so I had to be like maybe 18, 19, I want to say, and they were like in, and they were like in a senior year, so maybe I was a little older. Maybe they were like 17, 18. So, but still,
Oh, please.
I want to say that because I don't think, yeah, whatever. It was back then, we were. It was, no one cared about that.
Do you have a police siren so you can press it?
Hold on. I don't think I do, but I do have a. Yeah. But anyways, and so okay, me and Richard, like, we finally met each other like 10 years later. But then he was actually the boyfriend or the ex, one of the guys I was really good friends with, which recently we started talking again as well.
Mhm.
Let's call him Oreo. Um,
Oh.
Not because I have Oreo cookies right looking at me, but let's just call him Oreo. Because it's so good and fluffy. But uh, um, so yeah, so me and Richard, we started talking again, and me and Oreo, we all hooked up with each other anyways. By the way,
I
and
fucking knew it.
not at the same time, but you know what?
So
Honestly,
it's like Jersey Shore, like who they
yeah,
it with.
kind of, because in the gay world, because okay, Sam, you don't know this. Oh, by the way, guys, I want to say this about Sam over here. Once upon a time, I asked everyone if they wanted to go to Boys Town with me. Everyone said yes, but this one bitch here. Sam was like, "No, ill." She said, "Ill." That was
Are you
ex-
sure?
that was extremely homophobic.
I went
And
to Boys Town numerous times. What are you
not
talking
with
about?
me, bitch. But when I asked you, you were like, "Ill, no."
I went to Boys Town with Adriana.
With
I went to Boys
Adriana,
Town with this other girl that I used to work with.
girls, you went with girls. You never went with me.
Oh,
After I went to Boys Town with fucking Lynette and Adriana. What are you talking about?
because you guys are best friends.
We used to be best buddies, but now
No.
we're not. I wish you would tell me why. But yeah, guys, Sam is homophobic, which you know.
My work schedule's always clash. No matter
Oh,
how
here
we
we fucked
manage
up.
it.
You're doing the same shit. And when I'm trying to record with this bitch, she's like, "Oh, the work schedules." And then finally, when we have a time to record, she doesn't even tell me anything until I had to text her. She's like, well,
Hold on,
actually,
because now
I'm
you want to
not."
get into it. We're gonna
Yes,
get
bitch.
into it. First of all,
What's up?
bitch,
What's up? Bring it out. Come on, bitch. Let me have
last time you
last time.
said, "Oh, I'll let you know when I get home so we can record."
Are you
I
talking about
fucking
like 2
waited
years? Oh my
hours.
god. Oh my
I
god. You're really
waited
bringing that.
hours.
Okay, whatever.
He never texted, never
It's
called.
not like you were gonna
But
record
then
at
I looked at
nighttime.
his story and he's watching Scream for like the 10th time.
It's not like you were gonna record at home. You're always talking about like, oh my god, no,
Yes, I was.
I'm with my babies. I'm over here. I'm being a mother.
It's okay to be a mom.
Whatever. Is it though? Is it?
Mm-mm. How's
Um,
your life going? Oh, that's right. You don't have kids or nobody.
well, motherfucker, if I would have had kids, okay, but I didn't want to have kids, okay, there's someone in the dumpster. Wait, hold on. No, that's kind of mean. No. What?
He's like, edit that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna edit that out. No, if I wanted kids, I would have had kids. If I was a girl, I would have had
It
kids.
is your horror story. That's what we all love.
Okay, anyways. Uh, but yeah, Sam's homophobic. So, anyways, back to my story. Yeah, we're all talking again. And Oreo actually lives like not that far from me, like maybe like 5 minutes away. Um,
Mhm.
and then Richard, he talked to me here and there and all that stuff, and I told him about the podcast, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna subscribe, I'm gonna listen." I'm like, "All right, cool." So, Richard, if you're hearing this,
This
um,
one's for you.
this is for you. Have you ever loved somebody?
That's funny.
No, you know, hey, how are you? I know, you and I have been up and down. Um, not as
But shout
close.
out for being today's topic. I said shout out for being today's topic.
Yes, 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 yes. You are the main topic right now.
Okay, but finish.
All right, cool. I'm just saying, like, we just reconnected, and then maybe we'll hang out this summer. Let's see what happens. Maybe there'll be some tongue involved. Maybe some anal play. Maybe some ass
Yeah,
play. Maybe some like eating ass in a rooftop during party. It just the sky's the limit.
there's no limit.
The sky's the limit. But yeah,
You know how he loves country boys.
yeah. But the thing is though, like they saw me. Okay, oh shit. They saw me years ago, Sam. Years
Uh-uh.
ago. Now they're gonna look at me and be like, "What the fuck?" Now, okay. Now I bash myself a lot. I talk shit. This and that. But the thing is though, like half of these guys met me when I was at my prime. When I was just like when I wasn't eating, I was being anorexic. I was like, I'd rather look good than eat. Which low key I wish it's
Right.
like that again. But I wasn't healthy. It was not a healthy weight. So during the years I gained weight. Maybe a little too much. Some might say. Uh,
Mhm.
but what? Now I'm trying to lose it again. I'm trying. But it's trying to lose weight while still living my life and having fun, and it's okay.
Hard.
It no, yeah, it's okay to start over, but it's really hard. And now that I'm in my age, I am. I I, it's hard with age, but I'm trying. And okay, fuck. I have not tried, but listen, I will start trying.
It's there, but it's just to get into it. It's just so much to do.
Yeah, and it's
It's like cutting out carbs,
yeah.
counting carbs, working out.
See, and the
You
thing
gotta
and the thing with me, like I like to have a little drink here and there. Um, and I like to like just chill. The thing is though too, like I lived my life already. I went out, I did my thing, I did my rounds around town. I traveled. Yeah, I still want to travel. I still travel. But I lived like the party life. I already done that, so that doesn't intrigue me. My party life now is just me like chilling and listening to music in my garage.
I think that's how everyone gets because that's remember the way I was always outside wanting to do stuff, going out, going to the bars to go dancing. And it's like after so long, it's like
yeah,
not as like, oh my God,
I know. So, and I've done all
we're
that. So
growing up.
yeah, I know, and And then, like, I had, like, a few coworkers of mine actually tell me, and then, because mostly all my coworkers, they're, like, young. They're from 19 to, like, 25, 24, right? The ones that I
Oh,
talk to.
man.
They're always like, "Oh my god, you're that old, man. What are you doing? Start a family." What do you mean start a family? Like, y'all need to stop doing this and say this. It's the same shit as telling a girl who just got married to have kids. Maybe the girl don't want to have kids. Maybe she wants to live her life. Maybe, she wants to travel with the husband and all that stuff. Y'all need to stop putting saying this shit to people. Like me, I don't wanna have kids. I don't wanna start a family, okay? For me, family, like, look at my family right now, shit. That's my stress right now. You know? And, to me, for me, saying
I
I
think too what people don't understand is that like you're obviously your sisters have had kids and you used to like watch them all the time. So it's like you did play that
yeah.
role already in a way.
And let me tell you, and the best part was, like, here you go. Return them back.
Right, you
That was
can
the
give them
best
back.
part, yeah. So I'm like, I live my life. I already had my kids,
Mhm.
and I don't wanna do that again. I don't. But no, but yeah, but the guys always tell me, like, like, there's this one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, whatever, but he was just like, "Man, you're that old and, yeah, start a family, like, stop going out, stop doing this." I'm like, first of all,
Bitch.
I can do whatever the fuck I want, number 1. I don't have many responsibilities. I have a house, that's the only responsibility I have. I have a job. What else do you want me to do? Like, what else? Like, right now, I'm relaxing. Let me relax. Let me have my moment. Let me just chill. Stop rushing. If anything, you're fucking 22. You live your life because you're the one going out every fucking weekend getting fucking drunk on fucking like 3-day benders. You know,
Why don't you tell him to have a kid?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just like, like, and mostly I know they all come from families where the mom and dad, are like pressuring them to, like, to find a girl, find a guy, whatever, and have kids and move out and all that bullshit. Now, how about you do that? How about you do that? But you don't want to do that because you want to be out there having your 3-day, weekend bender, which is fine.
Right, some people just don't
Do
want to
it
have
too.
kids.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to get married.
Exactly. So I don't want to get married. That's one thing. I don't want to get married. I don't want to have kids. And honestly, like, if I live my life by myself, I will be okay with that. I'll be okay. Damn, that's like a sad picture I just painted right there. I'm okay to be
That
alone.
is,
But
it
the,
really is making me kind of
but,
sad.
okay, bitch, relax. You had like three, whatever. You have 3 kids, so of course. No,
Sure.
like, no, but the thing is that, like, you, I feel like everyone needs to be okay to be alone. Everyone wants a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Everyone wants a girlfriend. Everyone wants to be in a relationship. You need to find, and, like, if you're
Not necessarily everyone.
yes,
Some people, when they're in a relationship for so long, or maybe they're just not having the right luck with like other people, they're okay with being alone. And it's nothing wrong with that
yeah.
at all.
But I will say this though: if I was dating somebody, I'm dating. If I was looking to get married, okay, I'm not wasting my time just on any motherfucker. I'm dating to marry. I'm not dating just to have fun.
Exactly.
And what people are doing right now, especially the younger generation, they're just like, they want to be in a relationship so bad. They want to fall in love. They want to be in love. They want to do all this stuff. But I say you're wasting your time dating or being in a relationship. I say date around, date.
See what you like.
Yeah, date around. Don't waste your time on just one person. There's a lot of fishes in the sea, and all the little fishes have different sizes. Not so, nice,
And they all have different scales.
different scales. There we go. And they have different things. They can give you different things. Date around, see what you like. Get out there. Don't just like want to date somebody or just stay like talk to somebody for like 5 months and nothing happening. I'm sorry. If I was dating,
Right? It's like the same thing with getting married. If you're dating someone or you're with someone for more than like a certain amount of years and he still doesn't know or she still doesn't know if she wants to be married or not, leave them.
Yeah, but
Because you know what? Everyone knows within a short amount of time if they really want to be married or not.
yeah.
It doesn't take them long to figure it out.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. I did see myself getting married with somebody.
Hold on, guys, because Art's never told me this before.
Oh my god! And I want to say,
Was it with this kid that broke your heart?
which one? No, no, Angel.
The
No,
one
no,
that
no,
you
no, 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 no.
like? Yeah.
No. This was years ago. This is actually before I met you.
Okay, spill it.
Um, there's this one guy. Um, you know what? I'm gonna say his name just for the fuck of it. But this is not exposing him or anything like that. But according to him, me saying his name will expose him because this shit came with a lot of fucking
Say the
insecurities.
name.
It,
Say
it came
the
with a lot of
name.
it came with a lot of insecurities. It came in with a lot of like suicide thoughts.
Okay, what's his name?
I'm just gonna say, let's just say Anthony. I'm gonna call him Anthony. That's it. So
Oh my god.
that's his middle name, anyways. So Anthony's.
Okay, proceed.
So I met him back in 2011. I met him on a on a Screen 4 message board.
A what?
On a Scream 4 message board when the movie came out.
Oh my god, that was a long time ago.
I know. But come on, I met him on like on one of those little message boards, watching Scream 4. So, we started talking and it was kind of like an instant thing. Um, talking to him because we were just talking about movies and then we got each other's numbers and we were like talking about movies all night. Like movies and life and stuff like that. And it got a little hot and heavy for a while because we were even talking about marriage and shit like that.
That fast?
And well, in the little like it was like a summer romance, I want to say, a summer romance. Um but he had more demons than I thought. Like he number one, he wasn't out and I wasn't out either, but I was out to the internet, you know, cuz I didn't have family on my social medias, like on my Facebooks or on Twitter or anything like that. So I was out there just like sucking dick and cock. But
Hmm.
and he was like he came from like a military family. His dad was strict. He lived with his grandmother. And he was very depressed and all that stuff. And I never understood that until like maybe later on in life. Because every time I was like online, I used to be like, "Oh, I miss talking to you," and I used to say his name. So he used to get so pissed off that I used to say his name. But I'm like, bro, no one knows me, so it's fine. He's like, "No, but we're following each other. They're gonna like connect like dots." He was very paranoid. He was
Oh
very
my
paranoid.
god.
Yeah, so he was so paranoid that I couldn't even say his name. And then like he used to tell me that he's gonna kill himself if I keep calling him, or he's gonna kill
What
himself.
the hell?
Yeah, yeah, it was like that, like because he was so paranoid of people finding out that he was gay. Or according to him, he's not. Um, but and then years later. So that happened, but years later, we actually reconnected back in 2022 when the last Scream movie came out, the first, the requel. Um,
Hmm.
he finally got Twitter, and then we started talking, and he showed me his scars of what he did to himself. When I was talking to him, and I remember I was in Vegas for my birthday weekend, and I cut it off with him because I'm like I can't do this. But that whole weekend, I cut it off with like mostly all my friends. Like, all my friends I've been knowing, like, for that I met, in the internet, like, 10 plus years or whatever. But I cut it off with this guy, Anthony, because I couldn't do it. I'm like, "Nah, it's just gonna be too weird. It's gonna be too rough. I can't." But then, yeah, he said that he would never forgive me for him doing that to himself.
Oh, well, then that's his own problem.
Yeah. And that, I caused him a lot of pain, that he wasn't ready to come out. And, he was just really not so happy with me. But
Okay.
yeah, he said he let me go too. He goes like, I need to stop using him as a scapegoat, and I need to go write my I need to go direct my own movie. You know, since he likes using movie metaphors a lot. But yeah,
Hmm.
so I let him go. He let me go, and we have not talked to each other for the last 4 years.
I
Um,
think that's for the best.
no, it's for the best. Yeah, it is. But there's some there's some there's times where I'd be like in my garage, just like listening to music, and he just like pop up, and it just like
Oh, and you think about him?
I do think about him, and he, not now and then,
Yay.
but it's just like I know that I'm never going to talk to him again, and then I need to see him as somebody who has died already. You know,
Oh.
yeah. I need to see him as like like oh he passed away like long time ago. I think in order for me to like get over him and his in the situation, because I'm over it. It's just like I really wish that he would have like been accepting of himself. Because he
Hmm.
was a good guy, but the thing is, though, he had a lot of demons, and I didn't know what to do with that. You know, I don't know now. Like I know he still lives, where he like at the same town, he grew up and all that. But sometimes I feel like I hope I do see like because we have mutual friends on Twitter,
Yeah.
and I do see some of his stuff getting retweeted, and I do see like he be going to the movies as well, and the same time I'm going. So I do see a lot of him sometimes on social media, but just like I think like a month ago, I was just like, yeah, I gotta block him because I really don't want to see, you know. I mean, yeah, I want to see how you're doing. Like, deep down, I still kind of care, but I know that I need to think of you as somebody who has died because I feel like he's done the same thing with me. So let me return that favor too. Like, okay, you killed me, and so I gotta kill you now.
Oh my god.
I know, but yeah, that's what it is. That's why I don't want to date because of shit like that.
I just wouldn't want to date all over again because I don't feel like getting to know the person
What's your
all
favorite
over again.
color?
Then you gotta learn their
What's your favorite?
flaws.
What's your favorite food?
Not even that. It's just like common sense shit. Like you know how like everyone knows when it's like the first couple months, it's like a honeymoon stage because it's fresh, it's new.
Yeah.
But then you start getting into deep shit like arguments about life. And now that we're older, there's like more stuff to argue about, like important stuff. And then it's just having to meet their family. And then what if their brothers and sisters are fucking weirdos or their parents and cousins are like full of negativity and it's just like you gotta start all over like no, 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 no.
Sam, are you going through that right now?
No, I'm using that as an example.
I'm like,
I've been with my man for like damn near 9 years, baby. We are good.
why I have never met him?
I don't know.
You never
How
went.
come I never met wasn't there a guy after Alex? But I don't think you took him serious.
I never took it no serious. What do you mean?
You did with Angel.
You met Angel.
I know I did. And I told you I didn't really like him.
Why? Because of Harry Potter.
The fact you remember is wild. I
Guys,
like the first Harry Potter.
my first boyfriend looked exactly like Harry Potter.
He did. It was annoying.
No one liked him.
Because I could tell.
Yeah.
Like something
But no,
wasn't
but
there.
I was just like, no, he's a great guy. He will never hurt me. And what happened?
And like he hurt you the worst.
For real. But whatever. I'm ready to have a kid now.
Let's get married. Go get married.
Hey guys, thanks so much for joining us on a brand new episode of Problematic. On this podcast, we like to keep things real, funny, and sometimes a little messy. But sometimes things are bigger than us. If you or someone you love is struggling or thinking about harming themselves, please, please reach out for help. You don't have to go through it alone. You don't have to be alone. Contact the National Suicide Prevention Hotline or even a trusted person in your life. There's always someone ready to listen. There's always someone there. Save to Help Illinois at 844-472-3345. Once again, Save to Help Illinois at 844-472-3345. They're always willing to help, always ready to listen. Thank you. This is a public service announcement. If you are hearing this, then you're probably part of the problem. This podcast is problematic. Let's go.